Hey everybody, welcome back to Sits Club. Today we are going to make a windsock from a Pringles can. So all you need is an empty Pringles can with the lid, some aluminum foil, and some scrap fabric, some ribbon, whatever you want to use to hang from your windsock. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop off the lid and we're going to set that aside. We will need that at the end. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a piece of foil big enough to go all the way around our can. Now you do want to line up the foil with the very top of the can. So you want to get it all the way to the top, but you don't want to come over the top because we do need to put that lid back on our can. So line it up to the very top. And then you're just gonna wrap it all the way around your can. And I think it's easiest if you lay it flat. Okay, now I have some excess, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Put that aside. Okay, so I want to make sure that I get it all the way to the very top without going over. Now we're just going to press that down, and you may need to put a little bead of glue along here to make it stick. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut off some of this excess down at the bottom. Now your foil can overlap on the bottom, it doesn't matter. So just push that over, make it all flat on the bottom. Just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna quick grab some glue from back here. And I'm just gonna put a little bead of glue along that seam just to make sure that it doesn't come loose. You can use any kind of glue you have. I'm using regular, just Elmer's white glue, a bead of hot glue if you have a parent or an adult helping you with this project. And then just push that down. Now, at this point, what you could do is you could get out some markers, some Sharpies, even some paint, and go ahead and color your windsock. You can do whatever you like on it, really. Make it pretty, add some designs, anything you want. I'm just gonna keep mine as is and move on to the next step. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to take our lid and a hole puncher, and we're just gonna pop some holes into this lid. And you're just gonna go all the way around the top of your lid. But as you can see, there are my holes. So now the next step is you're gonna wanna get some ribbons, different colors, different lengths. I'm gonna be using some ribbons and some scrap fabric that I have. So I'm just gonna take this piece and we're just gonna cut this, make it a little thinner. So now what you're gonna wanna do is on the top side of the lid, part that's gonna be on the top, you're gonna feed your ribbon and your fabric down through and pull it to the underside. And you're just gonna keep doing that, going all the way around your lid. Now that I have all my holes filled with my ribbon and my fabric, what you're gonna do is on the underside, you're gonna gather all these together. So you're gonna gather all these together and you're gonna tie them in a knot to secure them. Okay, so just gather all these up. You could do it in sections if you want. You don't have to tie them all in one big knot. I think I might do little sections. So you see that? I just did a knot and I did it with half. So like I said, you could tie them all together in one big knot. Doesn't matter how you do it. And then I'm gonna pull these back down through so it's tight against the lid. Now I'm gonna move over to this side. Okay, now you can see I have all my ribbon and my fabric tied together in knots, secured on the underside of the lid. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this back onto our can. So get those knots down in there. Pop your lid back on, just like that. See what we did there? Now what we gotta do is we have to poke 2 holes near the top of the can so that we can hang it. Poke a hole through there. And then I'm gonna go to the, see that? Just put a little hole in there. Then I'm gonna go to the other side. You just wanna get a hole on the other side. Now I'm actually gonna pop my lid back off for a second because I'm gonna take some string that I have. I'm gonna feed it through one side. All right, so I'm gonna feed it through on that one side, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this all the way up and I'm gonna tie a knot at the bottom. I'm actually gonna double knot it just to make sure it's secure. Okay, so I made a little knot, and now I'm just gonna pull this back through, okay? So it won't come out. Then I'm gonna take the other side, and I'm gonna feed this through the hole on the opposite side. Then I'm gonna reach down in there and I'll pull this side through. Again, make another knot. I'm gonna double knot mine. Okay, just like that. And then pull it. Then you have something to hang it with. Now, let's go ahead and pop our lid back on the other side. And there we have our very own custom-made windsock. Again, you can get very creative with this. You can use Sharpies, markers, some paints. I hope that you give it a try, and I would love to see what kind of design you guys come up with for your windsock. And now it's time to go hang this outside. See you next time.